Good evening, I'm Giuseppe Basile. I'm the analyst and trader you can find at the website www.fibstalkertrading.com. I also post regularly on Twitter using the @fibstalker nickname. Good evening. Today is May the 17th, 2015. It's Sunday, and this is the video attached to my Fibstalker weekly newsletter. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to review 13 markets I follow, plus one, the Australian dollar versus New Zealand dollar. And I'm going to go very, very quickly today because some subscribers have lamented that my videos are too long. So let's start from the euro dollar here, and those who follow me know that in this market I've been looking at this first target, 109.23. The market went just below that, and then it broke the next measure move long here. So there is a potential for this market now to go and retrace all the way into the halfway back here. That's not impossible. That would be 122, 123 level. That would be a great opportunity to look for a short in this market. Moving to the S&P500, nothing new in this market. We know that the October call 1917, it was at the time 1932. The price was brought into the first target, 2087, and is actually moving higher into the next target that is that 2227. So there's no reason to sell this market, which actually also printed higher highs, and so nothing has changed here in this market. Is still long, and as you know, I have 2500 as a target in this market. Moving to the dollar index, still a weekly time frame here. We know that the dollar index reacted to this large level, the 170 level here, and it's now correcting, and there is a level, an important area of potential resistance here, which I'm looking at, and the market now reached last week this level, 9360, and if the price of this market moves into 91, below 91.90 here, it's a confirmation that maybe this market is going to trade to lower levels, and those could be the 91.33 here, but even all the way halfway back here, and that would actually support a euro dollar back at 123. The other level is this 89 level. Moving to gold, we know that gold is on top of this large area of support. As you can see here, it's a weekly area of support. The market has been moving into this area and dipping lower, but this market is actually connected at the moment, or at least in the last 2 years and a half has been connected to the balance sheet of the BC, the central bank, European Central Bank. So it's possible for this market to see higher prices. The measure move are not well formed here, so it's not a trend to be trusted, but it's moving higher, and it has the possibility to trace into this 124.60, and then maybe we could see a retrace to the all the way halfway back here, and that would be into this one 1194. So this market is not going lower in my opinion. Moving to the US dollar versus the Japanese yen here, this market actually has been, as we know, moving higher in extensions on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, we saw the market into 105.37, moving into the first and second target, and then we saw the next extension long trace there a number of times, and price is now actually trading, and let me move into the daily time frame here. Is actually trading between a long and a short here. So the long is this trace from lows to highs, and the long is the opposite, and the short is the opposite from highs to lows here. So at the moment the price is constrained between these two levels. If he moves, goes 120.59, there's a possibility for continuation higher, and that depends a lot on what the dollar is going to do. Otherwise, this market is going to retest this level 116 again. Moving to the euro versus Japanese yen, back to the weekly time frame here. We know that this market has the potential to retrace into 122 here, and at the moment is being pushed higher because of the strength of the euro. And the next level that we have to test is the 137, 138 here. Obviously, if the euro keeps moving higher, there's a possibility for this market to follow up, and it's possible for this 140.75 to be pierced as well, which means that we will not see this level now, but only when the euro will resume its move lower. Moving to the pound versus Japanese yen, this market actually has did not retrace into the next measure move of the extension, is actually tracing moving into that second target of the current extension. So we have this market responding at 165.83 into the first target, and the next measure move was also beautifully respected here, showing that algorithms are indeed in control in this market. But once this correction came here, we were waiting for the third measure move, which never traded, and that would have been a beautiful long here. So which means that this market is still trading the previous measure move here, and there is the potential for this market to now bring price above previous highs into that 195.65. Moving to the pound versus Japanese yen. Moving to the pound versus US dollar here. That's this market, as we know, has reacted to this large short 169.77 here initially in 2014 September, and then went into it, and then was May, of course, and then July. And then we start seeing this move lower. The sequence of measure move failed eventually here, and actually you remember how we modeled this, and the next measure move failed, and now this market has the potential, along with the euro, to retrace all the way halfway back. It's very close to that level, so we'll need to see what happens there. If the sequence of measure move at this level fails, the market is going to continue lower. Australian dollar versus US dollar also hit the second target, and hit also a very important area of support, and is responding to that area at the moment. And the sequence lower, if you will remember, the measure move lower was this one, participation 0.97, price got into the first and second target, and this market also we don't have to forget that this market also was within this area of support here. So that's one of the reasons this market is moving higher, and it's moving into that next level of resistance that is very, very close, 0.8190 here, and we'll see what happens there. Different story for the New Zealand dollar versus US dollar, and the reason for that is this market never tested the all the way halfway back, so it's still moving into that area, and it's moving into that area following the same anchor here. You will remember that we use this anchor to model the move lower, and again this anchor was respected, so it's pushing this price lower into what? Into the first target, which is very, very close to that 0.6863. US dollar versus Canadian dollar. The situation here, it's similar to that of the US dollar index. As you can see, here, there was this 126.28 level of resistance, and you will remember how we modeled this whole sequence of measure move higher here. Participation at 0.667, price into the first and second target, hitting that second target, went well above it, and now is actually challenging this area of potential support here, which lines up with the second target of the previous measure move. So we will see what happens here if price gets below 118 here, 74, then we cannot exclude a full retrace of this market into the next measured move long, and that would be a long way down into 111.22, which will represent a long way down for the dollar index as well. Moving to the euro versus Canadian dollar, this market is actually, as we know, broke the all the way halfway back here, and now is potentially retracing into a level that we identified a few weeks ago, and it's right at that level, and we will see whether this market continues lower or it keeps correcting higher. If that's the case, and the euro also corrects to 123 against the US dollar, we are going to see the Canadian dollar higher again into this 143.09, and that could be a correction there. Next would be US dollar versus the Swiss franc here. Not really a lot to add. This market could actually has now broken in the last 2 weeks, and again last week this 0.90 level, so there's a possibility for this market to continue into 0.8658 level. And finally, the Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar is very interesting, very technical market too, and I've been using this market also for my intraday Fibstalker intraday system. And when we look at this market, we can see that this market has been trading a very specific level here 3 times, first time, second time, and to target, and the third time. So we have a very specific level here, the 110, 60 and 70 level here, which is being retested at the moment. There is a possibility for this market to continue in an extension of move higher on the 4-hour into that level as well. You can take advantage of this of these moves as well. Before going, let me remind you that I still have on the May 2015 Fibstalker promotion here, which is exclusive for my newsletter subscribers, and you can go and read what I'm going to offer. Basically, this is my whole formula of the Fibstalker Methods Coaching Program for you, and I have a special offer for my subscriber, and there are 4 things that you're going to receive and no one else is going to get. There's a discount, there are free bonuses, 2 set of videos here, there are 2 1-hour one-to-ones with me, and there is my new Fibstalker intraday system. The loan sells for 1,000. So if you are interested, you can join. I'm going to give you a great price that I cannot give you in the future. It's important, if you're interested, you join right now. Okay, this is it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I wish you a great Victoria Day for all the Canadians here in Toronto, and a great weekend to all of you, and a great trading week as well. If you have any questions, you can write me at fibstalker@gmail.com. Thank you very much, and to the next one.